recording. Stop recording.
Hey guys,
Button.
give me one sec.
Stop recording. Button. Camera chooser. Speech off.
There we go, so we don't have to listen to my damn phone going off. So, I figure I'm making this video, as some people do ask me why I bitch about accessibilities. Well, I do because, heck, it's only been going on 4 years since I've been blind. And there's some shit that I've dealt with. It's like, this is really dumb. Why do you do it this way? It's so stupid. But another one is shit that's not accessible. For instance, like a 3D printer. Who do you think would actually utilize a 3D printer quite a bit if we can actually use it? Blind people. I know it sounds weird, but hey, 3D imaging versus 2D. What a thought. You're probably thinking, oh, what about all these bumpy thingies? Yeah, I don't know the bumpy thingies. It's just called Braille. I don't know that. But anyways, the main reason for this video is, why am I blind? Well, that's because I fucked my eyes up about 2016, May of 2016 to be more specifically, from burning them. 3rd-degree burns both eyes. Fun times, fun times. Oh, I'm like, okay, go on. Why? Well, that would be because I was melting aluminum for a business I was developing over a few years to create trinkets, like little dragon trinkets or wizards, shit like that for maybe the gaming community or somebody that might think it'd be cool or sell it to gas stations, shit like that. So, what I did was built my own forge, learned a bunch about how forges work, safety, and all that fun shit. So, it's not like I didn't know what the hell I was doing. At least, in experience, I'll definitely give you that, maybe. But anyways, going back to the point. What happened on May 20th, I was out back of my house, consolidating the aluminum cables that I had received for scrap. And the previous, since this was going on May, spring, you know how it is, dead leaves, dead branches, fucking everywhere. So, let's start getting that cleaned up, cool. Well, the one area that I can't really do that in is where I had a bunch of the aluminum scrap cabling. It was just a bunch of piles of shit, uncut, long strands. And I thought, let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Let's cut down a bunch of these aluminum cables, throw them in the crucible, heat it up, and pour some more ingots. If you don't know what an ingot is, just think of a gold bar. But mine's made out of aluminum. No big deal. Well, as the first pour was going, everything went perfect. Got the crucible all filled up with liquid aluminum or elemental aluminum. I will explain why I mentioned that later. And started pouring that one into my ingot mold. Nothing went wrong. Everything went great. Cool. Had all my safety glasses, safety shield, coat, gloves, everything else. Everything went wonderful. Well, as I was letting it cool off, slowly in the ingot and solidify, it was about a few minutes, and then, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and dump it over in some water. No big deal. It will quench it. Which it did. Well, what happened, though, was I set the ingot pan back down. That thing's really fucking hot still. Enough to catch shit on fire. Well, I had some wind gusts come through and created just a tiny little tornado over in the area that I mentioned earlier about the leaves. They blew over in the area because of the tornado. And I'm like, fuck. So, had to create... I didn't have to create something, sorry. I had to go grab the hose and spray down the area so you can get rid of those little fires. It's no big deal. There's little tiny leaf fires. But don't want to have something else cause higher, worse off fires. Well, I sprayed down the affected area, and I also sprayed down the aluminum levy area too. My concept or idea was, hey, if I put more mass on them, which water is, soak it, it's gonna be harder for this shit to fly up since they're dry leaves in the first place. And then I'll just have a little bit of extra water laying on top of them. Not a big deal, at least what I thought. Well, put the water back in a safe location and said, you know what, alright, we need to get more of these ingots, this aluminum cabling consolidated down into the aluminum ingots so we don't have this problem again. So, fired up the forge, grabbed my gloves, and started cutting down some more cabling, threw it into the crucible again, filled it back up just fine. Well, you probably have already noticed, I didn't say I put my safety shield or safety glasses back on. I didn't. Grabbed the crucible once it was all fully melted, started dumping in the ingot mold. After about half a second, I started realizing, oh shit, there's some fucking water in the bottom of that. Started pulling it back, and right as I started pulling back, there was enough aluminum already in there that it either, with the contact with water, either superheated the water or converted it into a bomb, basically. Because you can do both with that shit. I didn't know you could create a bomb. But that's because, like I mentioned earlier, the elemental aluminum. You convert aluminum into elemental aluminum, and that stuff is pretty unstable. That one I didn't know at the time. Well, I knew it was unstable, but I didn't know it was unstable to the point where water could effectively create a bomb out of it. But anyways, moving on. With that, flew up my eyes. I got some of my eyes, my mouth, my nose, top of my head a little bit, on my chest, and right side of my hand, and top of my left foot, oddly enough. That one was weird. Well, I had my current roommate at the time run me down to the hospital, and they sent me to Inglewood, Colorado, and the burn center down there. Got me all stabilized and not die. Well, I'm not sure. I might have almost died, at least on that one. Came back up here, talked to an eye doctor. They sent me over to Rochester at the Mayo Clinic there. There, they did some pretty awesome work to save my eyes. 3 cornea transplants, and then these. And then this donor tissue from inside my cheek. They had to do 2 cornea transplants on this one, on the left eye, because it had an infection in it, and it sprung a leak too. And also had to do the optic nerve also detached from over here, so they fixed it. Left eye still isn't the greatest. This right eye I can see a lot more than the left eye, and that's a very, very relative term on what I can see. I might, if you guys want, I'll explain in another video what I can see. If you want to just comment below. But yeah, they grafted skin from on top of this one and threw me into a hyperbaric chamber and just closed this one up with the excess skin that I had. So yeah, that's why I lost my eyesight, because of a stupid thing and a thing that I didn't know about, that we had multiple minds, and I thought at the time there was one mind, one you inside. There's no one else but you. It's not true. Veritasium probably put it the best. You have technically 2 minds. You have who you think you are, and then you have the background unconscious part of you. It does all the long division calculations and shit like that. Some people in semantics will say that there's a third one, but I'm only going on two. Either way, during this process, something got crossed between them and something didn't get connected properly for me to put a safety shield, safety glasses back on. And in results, I don't have any good eyesight anymore. So yeah. Alright, well, I think I'm about to run out, so I better let you guys go. Hope you have a wonderful day and stay safe.
Speech on. Stop recording.